Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish,
keep
guys.
all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guys. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Good afternoon, lovely people. Hope you're well. It is Wednesday, the 21st of April, and we are here to discuss J.W. Henry's apology to Liverpool and the fans. First and foremost, Matt, how you doing, bro?
Yeah, do you know what? It's been a mad, 48 hours. I've seen it all. I've heard it all. We had to do this video because this is just like, yeah, I'll get into what I really think about this whole situation. Trust me. But yeah, there's just been so much going on. That's just mind-boggling, to be fair. Stuff that's been going on that's upsetting for us fans, as a football purist. And you know, we finally got the answer that we wanted to get. But it's, you know, we're going to talk about how we got the apology and whether we feel like that apology is good enough. I'll tell you that from now. That's what we're going to do.
Indeed. Shout out to Sadiq Edwards of First Super Chat. Afternoon, Kings. I know it's an apology. He said your club. Yeah, we'll speak about that.
Yeah.
Fudger, it should be our club. That showed how sincere the apology was. No love.
Agreed.
Spot on. John Conway, good afternoon, guys. Sorry I missed the live stream last night. FSG out. Good afternoon to yourself, John. As
good afternoon,
always.
John.
All right. Let's look at it two ways now, Matt.
Should we start off before you say, should we start off with the statement first? Remember they released a statement.
We discussed it last year, but go for it.
Sorry, let me quickly say something because I wasn't there last night.
Shed your light on it, bro.
Yeah, let me shed my light on it. When we got that statement, people, I generally thought that Liverpool made an error and they forgot to publish the rest of the statement. I said to myself, wait a minute, this ain't the statement. Nah. There's more. Someone's made an error. Time went past. That was the statement. No sorry. As generic as you could get. I was like, do you want to know something? Yeah, they've made their bed. They can lie in it for all I care now. I don't care what they do. I really don't. That statement there, even Arsenal, Man United, there was a sorry in their statements. Whether you wanna accept their apology, that's another thing. But there was no sorry. When I realized that there was nothing in that statement other than pure utter rubbish and garbage, I said these guys they just, there's no love from them as owners. They literally they're just owners. They're just money grabbing owners that are trying to maximize as much profit as they can. They do not care about the fans, and it kind of shows because when you're put in a situation, people, this is just in life, if you think you're a certain way, when you're put in that situation, your true colors come out, and that's what's happened. Their true colors have come out. Because here's the joke. When that statement was made, everyone else was releasing their statements. Liverpool released the smallest and unapologetic statement that you could ever could have got.
It's generic.
Could have written. Most generic thing ever, bro. Like, we'll move anyway. We'll get on because I want to talk about his apology. That's the thing that really riled me as well. So
Monkey King, I'm glad he knows it's our club and not his. M to the O. Firstly, much love, Callum. You're a legend. We're all with you. Secondly, imagine how many times the admin changed in that year. So what's that group you said?
You know when you see someone
Chelsea has left,
and it's just Perez by himself sending memes in the group to himself. No one to follow him.
Yeah, that is brilliant. On the first part of that super chat, thanks for that as well. Obviously, anyone who follows me on social know what happened today. Don't want to go into it on this stream.
Yeah. We don't want to give them energy. We don't want to give them energy.
Yeah, but obviously, yes, it will do. It will do. 2Pixel2. Shout out 2Pixel2. It's been a while, bro. Hope you're well. Third time they came out and had to apologize. Don't be weak and say anything is rosy dozy now. and Cal don't play devil's advocate. It's my role to play devil's advocate on here. I have to.
Yes, we got to have a debate, innit?
Yeah. Shout out to Edward. Monopolies never cede any power control. They simply crush threats, as FIFA UEFA did with the Super League. We did the dirty work for them. It was looking a bit ropey for the guys atop of the pyramid scheme, but we came together. Facts. Trudon, John Henry is doing his best Outcast rendition. I'm sorry, Mr. Clark. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make you Liverpool cry. I apologize at your time. I'm sorry, Mr. Clark. Ooh.
I'm just not real.
Monster Ahmed says the apology video isn't genuine, it's a PR stunt. The line that annoyed me was when we heard you, I heard you, you didn't, you tried to stick till the end. Yeah. Jeans 2311, the initial apology on the website felt like it was written by a bot or an algorithm. I felt like it was not even written by a human.
Facts.
Brilliant. Brilliantly
Facts. That's how I feel as well.
All right, so 2Pixel2, don't get angry with me, and guys in the comments, don't get angry with me. But I'm going to play a little bit of devil's advocate here.
Yeah, you have to.
Before I do, though, I'm going to say it straight. I do not forgive John W. Henry. I do not forgive FSG, and I still want them to move on from the club. So I'm going to put that out there just so there's no ambiguity to the sort of statements I make next. Adam LFC, apologies if I missed your super chat. Just write again without doing the super chat and I'll get that read out, please, bro.
Yeah, I think I might have saw that actually.
Oh, did you see it?
I think I saw it come up. Bear me. Where's Adam? Did I not see Adam's one?
Oh, I've missed another one here.
Yeah. Here it is. Here it is.
Oh, okay. Kanate deal is done apparently, 32 mil. Oh, they're trying to sweeten us up.
Yeah,
we'll look into that.
What, buy a bag of players and we're just gonna go, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. But I'm gonna ask that question in a minute.
I know you are. I knew you was gonna
Shaka A, I've noticed Chelsea and City fans are the only ones in the fan base not wanting their club owners out. They're more worried about going back to their days, to their dark days.
Yeah.
That would be very true. I think why it's different with our owners and their owners is because our owners were the ones really leading the charge. So even though Chelsea and City's owners aren't innocent.
Sorry to cut you. Sorry, apologies.
Yeah.
Joshua Pritchard has also just said Kanate to Liverpool confirmed. Is it actually confirmed?
Let me have a look.
Sorry, people, because that's the second person I've said that. Is it actually confirmed? Because again, timing is everything, isn't it? These men think that buyers. Oh, these men really think even if it's like close. These men think they're slick, you know. Don't let them off. Don't let them off.
Apparently, he's saying it's official. It'll be done. 32 million.
It's official. Is it actually?
It looks like it.
What?
32 mil. Apparently, the deal's been done, and he'll be a Liverpool player on.
Is this a Liverpool website?
31st of May. No, it's not a Liverpool website.
Oh, okay. These men think they're just
apparently.
slick.
It's apparently.
Yeah,
There's nothing been confirmed. So
someone says she's reliable. I don't even know who they've wrote that. What do you know what the article is, Carl? Without
no, I don't.
Okay, cool.
We're hearing about it.
Cool. We'll talk about that later on.
What have I missed?
Apparently, Kanate to Liverpool has been confirmed. 32 million. So they basically come back with chocolates and flowers.
Yeah, of course.
After sleeping with a stripper.
I believe that when I see it. And to be honest with you, JW Henry, if you see this, you think Kanate is enough. I want the Benz. Well,
all right. So that leads me on to my comment.
I want you to come to. Yeah, because
this is where it gets tetchy as a football fan, a Liverpool fan. Apparently, we've just signed Kanate. Whether it's true or not remains to be seen. If we go and sign, let's say, an Mbappe and another top quality player, are they out of trouble? Because I feel as though
no,
I feel as though
they're
they
not.
will be.
Listen,
I don't know.
no.
Let me answer.
No, just quickly. Let me go first. Let me say this quickly, because this has to be, for me, this has to be the message. If we are a strong club and we have principles, I don't care what player they buy, we should not be forgiving them. They've made countless mistakes. The only reason they apologize is because they got caught with their hands in a cookie jar. Yeah. So it's like if I go and rob a bank, yeah, and someone catches my bank plans before I'm about to go and rob the bank, yeah, and I apologize. Why should I be applauded for apologizing? The only reason I even apologize is because I got caught. If not, I was going to carry out those plans. That's exactly the same what FSG have done. I don't care if they're going to buy Mbappe, Haaland, but I don't care if they buy another football club and try and say, this is the merger. Now we're going to get players from Borussia Mönchengladbach. It doesn't matter, because if that's the case, then we're just as bad as them. Because all we're basically saying is, well, if they just keep, if it's the money issue, then we might as well just let them off. It's not about that. It's about principles, man. These men try to ride us into the ground by pairing off to some Super League, and the only reason JW Henry, bro, was reading off his script or whatever is because he got caught. That's the only reason why. If not, these men would have carried it through. I'm not having it. Nah, bro. Nah.
Drift.
I agree with what Matt's saying, but at the same time, I also believe that it's going to be very difficult to get them out, and I want everything I can get out of it. So at the same rate, yeah, I do want Mbappe or Kane to say sorry. Yeah, I do. We'll figure out what we're going to do with you lot being our owners later on. I want the big apology. I do. I want the big boy signing, because I'm still thinking about my club, and I'm not going to cut off my nose to spite my face. If they come with those big boys, we can act like we're okay with them till we see the point where we can say, all right, guys, you don't really love us. It's time to move you on. But in the meantime, why shouldn't we prosper from it? I'm not going to sit back and they do what they did and then we still stay the same and then we don't go anywhere. Oh, no. I want the Benz. I just told you. I'm going to be that person who's going to keep pretending I'm okay, keep wearing my ring, and doing all that stuff until I get to the point where no. Well, it's time for us to milk them now. No. Don't cut off your nose to spite your face, man. I don't want to dead summer. Liverpool is shit next year. It's about us. We will still remain here when they're gone. But we need to make sure we maintain our level. So if we can get shit out of them, I want to get whatever we can out of them before they go. I want Mbappe or Kane or any of them, man, in the summer.
They're not coming.
No, but what I'm saying is I want them.
Facts. You might want them.
I want
them, but they're not coming. So it doesn't matter what you want. It's about what you're going to get.
No. But this is a way for us to get it now, because we can make them have to do what they need to do to be sorry for what they did. We'll figure out how to get rid of them later.
Let me ask you this then. So you think, because we apply pressure about Super League, you think if we apply more pressure, you think they're going to go and buy Mbappe and Haaland?
When you make a mistake as big as they did, you have to make up for it. It doesn't matter which way you look at it.
Billionaires. Bruv.
No, it doesn't matter which way you look at it. They have to make up for it. They have to make up for it.
Bruv.
And if you lot aren't willing to accept Mbappe or Kane right now as a beginning, sorry, and then we deal with them later.
Coming.
No, I'm not saying I'm not saying I think they are. I'm saying this is our way to put pressure on them to make them do what we've wanted the whole time. Put money in out your pocket and make the club the first team, make the squad what it's supposed to be. This is our way of now spinning it back on them and making them do what we've always wanted them to do. You're have to see that, bro. You're
right. You're right in one sense that, if we can get them to go and suddenly splurge out and get us all these amazing players because they're sorry, cool. But what I'm trying to say, Drift, in my own opinion, I think I'm being a bit more realistic in terms of, but that's never going to happen. We can all sit here as that's the perfect scenario, Drift, what you're saying. What you're saying is that's the perfect scenario. We get these players, they all come into the club, and you never guess what, Drift, after we get these players, they even might have to sell up because they realize they can't even, regardless how many players they get, they can't come back. They can't come back from this. But bro, we know we're not getting these players. So what you're saying is more of a fantasy, bro.
No, it's not a fantasy anymore. They've messed up so badly. Now we can force them to having to do certain things. It's not a fantasy anymore, bro. No, it's not a fantasy anymore now. Now they've messed up so badly, we can say we can actually force them now, and off the back of this, we can stop buying the merch. We can stop doing things. We can actually say to them, yo, prove it to us then. Prove it. And we can use this as a way to make them do what we've always wanted to do. Because until we figure out a way to get rid of them, I still want Liverpool to be a good team. I don't want us to fall by the wayside while all this bullshit's going on and all our players leave. We don't revamp the squad. Because at the end of the day, that's all I care about now. We get back to where we're supposed to be because we must continue. Fuck whatever they do and all the bullshit they do. We can't let our club fall by the wayside while all this bullshit goes on. We need to continue. What, next year, when Roman and all them lot are all sweet with all their shit, and Chelsea scores way better than ours, and Man U scores way better than ours, and City scores way better than ours, are we still going to sit here and act on principle and go like, no, we don't want any gifts off you lot, fuck off? No, bro, I want to keep up, bro.
That. No,
I want to keep up, bro.
It's not going to happen, though.
Bro. So we need to force these lot to now do what we need them all and always wanted them to do. Get us the players to make us the best again.
No. But there's a difference between getting someone to come out of a league and getting someone to go and spend their money. That's completely different.
I think it's easier to get them to spend money than to get them to sell up.
Bro, you see right now, yeah? They're probably even thinking about selling up because they're probably thinking about how can we win the fan base back. If you think JW Henry and their man are suddenly going to go, do you know what? Let's give them LeBron. Sorry, let's give them Mbappe. Let's give them Haaland. I still even think that won't be enough. Listen, it's not going to happen though. That's what I'm trying to say. These players aren't coming.
No, but it's not about whether or not it's going to happen. I'm saying that's my view on the thing. Now we force them to give us what we deserve and what we've wanted for them to do for time, and we'll figure out what we do with them being the owners and moving them on later. But now we got more pressing facts coming up, bruv, which is a summer in 2 months when the transfer window opens up with a squad that needs serious revamping. We're way behind and all our competitors are going to blow us out of the water money-wise and all their fans will forgive them. Chelsea fans ain't going to get on Abramovich's back when he goes and spends another 250 in the summer.
Of course not.
Man City's fans ain't going to get on their back when they go and drop another 250 in the summer.
But what you just said refers more to Chelsea and Man City because they were doing that before all of this drama. This is what I'm trying to say, Jim.
So now we make our owners do it, man. This is what I'm saying. When you make a catastrophic fuck up the way they have, you're forced almost to come out of what your principles are.
Let me jump.
If the money's not there, where's this money coming from?
There. They just never wanted to spend it, bro.
Guys, let me jump in here, yeah? I fully get where you're coming from, Drift. And hear me out, Matt. Fully get where you're coming from. In your mind, they've messed up. So right now, they need to go and they need to make it up to us in some way, shape, or form. Because in your mind, we're not going to be sold. So the next best thing, if we're not going to be sold, is you go out and you show us how much you love us by buying us gifts. Now, Matt,
well, you show us how much you're sorry about what you did as well. Straight.
People saying drop ego. There's not an ego.
Hold on, Matt.
That person is. No. Not you. That one's you. Yeah. Go.
But Matt, I hear where you're coming from in the sense of they've made a catastrophic error. So as fans of a club where we pride ourselves on the ethos, we can't talk about ethos and then because someone's buying us stuff, we then turn around and say, oh, all's forgiven, all's forgotten about. I think that's where you're coming from. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm just saying get them out. I don't understand this. You see,
but I don't think Drift's not saying not to get them out either. Drift's saying why they're
Drift
here.
Saying milk them while they're here. But what I'm saying is this: we can try as much as we can to milk them, but bottom line is they're not changing.
I think Drift knows that as well. But Drift's just saying from right now until they sell up or they leave, we need to get as much out of them as possible. Which of course, but that goes about saying. But I just don't even think we're going to get that much out of them anyway. That's what I'm trying to say. I get you, but I also hear where you're coming from with that as well, where you're saying, right, enough's enough. I think where the difference between Chelsea and Man City lies in terms of the outrage of the owners, this is not the first time FSG has messed up. Arguably, this is the first time Roman and Sheikh Mansour have messed up from an owner's perspective for their clubs. So their clubs might look at them and say, you know what? And again, it comes down to the whole logic of if you're someone who works very well at your job and you make one mistake, it's likely you're going to be forgiven. If you're someone who works at your job and you continuously make mistakes and you've made the most catastrophic mistake you've made now, chances are your manager's going to say, right, enough's enough. You need to find somewhere else. So what I'm saying here is with the owners, the reason why it's different to the Man City and Chelsea is because they've done the thing with the tickets. They got pulled up on that. They did things with not buying us players when they should have. They've been pulled up on that. They've done the furlough thing, got pulled up on that. Now they've done this and they've been pulled up on it. So we can't compare ourselves to Chelsea and Man City owners because this is arguably their quote unquote first big mistake. This is FSG's maybe 7th mistake since they've been here. Their 7th big mistake.
Yeah.
And the mistakes are getting worse and getting more out of touch with the club and what we stand for. I think that's why, well, again, I'll only speak for me, but that is the reason why I want them to go. Because
repeated offenders,
they keep on doing the wrong thing at the wrong time, which doesn't benefit the club. However, as we all know, it's not just a case of snapping your fingers and getting them out of the club. We will have to sell them to someone who can afford to buy us and come to an agreement. So I think what Drift's saying is while they're here, they are guilty at the moment. If they're guilty, let's lean on that guilt and let's try and milk it and get something out of it. What the question I want to ask to both of you, though, is if they were to stay, and again, I'm going to put forward the most crazy transfer window. But let's say, for example, we sign a good backup goalkeeper, Varane, Grealish, and Mbappe. Would you say, fine, you know what? I'll forgive them and I'll give them another chance. I'll give them an 8th chance. That's the question I want to ask to both of you.
Would I give them another chance if they go and splurge, basically?
I would take that as a first step, still be very cautious, still not believe their sincerity and keep a very close eye on them. But while also thinking, do you know what? At the end of the day, they did mess up big time. But right now, the apology they're trying to make puts my team back at the top. And at the end of the day, that's what I want. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. Our team being what we want it to be and being where we want it to be, which is at the top of the pile, doing things the way they want it. I don't feel like we're going to get anybody who can afford £2 billion to buy him, then go and drop another 200-300 million on top of buying the club in the same summer. So even if we sell them right now, I'm telling you, look, even if they sell right now, I'm telling you, look, there'll be a lot of cold months ahead, regardless of who the new, unless we get an owner that's so rich, they're just stupid. Like,
one sec, guys. Continue. Give me 2 minutes, guys.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I feel like selling the club is going to be extremely difficult. So for the time being, see, using the word forgive and is different to forgetting. I won't forget. I'll slightly forgive, but with the notion that when the time comes for us to have this discussion again, I am bringing it back up again because you catastrophically fucked up. Do you get what I'm saying?
This is my thing. I'll quickly read out this super chat. So Hamadshi, love you guys. Get the Americans out of football. Kroenke, Glazers, FSG, and stay safe, everyone. Especially in India, daily cases raising more than 250k. So yeah, please do safe over there. Goodness me, that's crazy. Put life in perspective, that as well.
A lot of people flipping out.
All right. So what? Sorry. So one sec, Matt. So Drift, you made a line there where you said, if we have this conversation again, I'll bring it up. But isn't this life though? So say for example, let's say for example, I did you dirty, Drift, with something, and you say, you know what, Cal, you did me dirty there, but I'm gonna let it go this time. And then let's say for example, we get on a debate in here, and you're like, but Cal, you did me dirty with this. You did that. Does that actually mean we have moved on, or we haven't?
It's difficult because do you know why I struggle with this? Because I'm a very forgiving person in real life. And if you apologize, like you lot know me, if you don't own what you did, I'll end my friendship with you and I'll have absolutely no remorse. I won't even remember who you are. Like, I'll move on real swift. But if you apologize, I am a softie and I will forgive you and I will keep, you know what I mean? And within a few weeks or whatever, I'll be done with it and we'll be, because you said, you know what I mean? You apologize. So in a football sense, it's hard for me to not still move how I would in real life. And I know they did us proper dirty. I know they did, but I believe their sorry isn't sincere. And that's the reason why I'm still vexed with them. But there would be a slight part of me that would feel like there was a sincerity in the apology to an extent if they got Varane, Grealish and Mbappe. because there'd be a little part of me that would think, well, they ain't dropping 250 mil to pretend they're sorry. And I'm not, like I said, and I ain't going to forget it. I'm not going to forget it. And if we have to have this discussion again, I will bring it back up again. But for the time being, while I know that there's nowhere you're going to go, it's almost like, all right, let me give you an example. This analogy might not work, but I'm just trying to think off the top. Say you move to another country and you have absolutely no family, no friends, no nothing. So the place that you're staying at is the only place that you can stay. And you've got a roommate, and that roommate does something proper messed up. I don't know what it is. I'm not even going to go that deep, but it's messed up. Like to the point where you want to move out right there, right then. That is how bad it is. You get angry, you get vexed, you have a whole beef. There's a whole day where you lot can't even come out your rooms otherwise. It's on. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it is on. But then they knock on the door the following day and they say, do you know what? I'm sorry, you know, that was actually my fault. I'm sorry. What they did was completely out of line. Like maybe a sorry don't even squash it, but they knock on the door and they say sorry. Are you still going to move out and be homeless? Or are you going to be like, do you know what? Because you apologize, for now, I can still live here and I'm not going to inconvenience myself and cut my nose off to spite my face. You know what I mean? And make myself homeless. I'm going to stay in this situation for now. Because that's how I feel like we are now. With a roommate that they've apologized. But if they do the massive apology, it'll be like, look, I'm never going to forget what you did. That was way out of line. But I'm not going to make myself homeless at the same time. I'm going to stay here for the time being. I'm going to see how this thing plays out. That's how I feel like right now with this situation. If they go and do a summer that proves they're sorry. Right now, I don't believe they're sorry. If they go and do a 250 summer, I'll be like, maybe they do realize. Maybe this was the final straw that broke the camel's back that made them realize that they have to be about us now. And it ain't about running the club the way they wanted to. It's about running the club with love. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Before I come to you, Matt, so I'm going to drop this to you then, Drift. So say, for example, everything with the Super League went through and they still did that. They dropped 250 mil in the summer. Would you forgive them?
No, because the Super League thing ruins football legacy. If that would have, if it had gone through, no.
Because effectively, and again, I don't want you to feel like I'm having a dig at you or anything. I'm just, again, you know what I do. I play devil's advocate. But effectively, you're saying they can be forgiven by how much money they spend. So effectively, they can make any mistake. What that does is set a precedent in the sense of they can make any mistake going forward. But as long as they show a bit of money, they'll be forgiven.
No, not any mistake.
But this is pretty much as bad as it can get.
Continuously forgiven.
For real.
And not continuously.
But they are. This is where we're at with them now. Because as I said, this is about their 7th big mistake.
Yeah. That's what
I think this one was the one that was like, raw. You went too far this time. I think the other ones were messed up and then they rectified it and it was like, is that how you're moving? Yeah. They were bad mistakes. This one was the one that was like, raw. Okay, you tried to go there. Okay.
But where do we draw the line then, Drift? Because again, I know this is hypothetical, but there's part of me, I know I can say this being in a position that we are in the league and just in football in general, but part of me sometimes think I'd rather get owners who have the good of our club long-term and successful dividends on the pitch as opposed to off the pitch. I'd rather have owners who put that first as opposed to FSG who put business first. But if that means going down for a bit or for a season and then coming back up and being dominant, I'd rather do that than forgive FSG for what they've done and what they continue to do and know that we're going to be back here in a year or two's time where we're saying, we're just still doing sell to buy, or we missed out on these targets, or the squad's still thin. Because I genuinely believe that they're at a point now where, and look, I'll reel off some of the mistakes they've made. When they first come in, Clint Dempsey. Again, I'm not saying Clint Dempsey's a world-class player or anything, but that was a player Brendan Rodgers wanted, and that was a player we needed at the time in Brendan Rodgers' eyes. And they let us down with that. We went into a season with one striker. They let us down with that. Then they were going to air Kenny Dalglish getting sacked on that Being Liverpool documentary. That's a mass, like, you don't do that to any manager, let alone arguably our best ever player and one of our best ever managers as well. Like, you don't do those things. You don't even think about doing those things. Then you've got times where they've continuously missed out on transfer targets and we've been pipped and we are the ones who suffer from it. You've got the furlough, you've got the Super League, you've got the fact they tried to trademark the name Liverpool and LA. Like, how many mistakes are they going to be allowed to make before we're like, well, enough's enough? Like,
so where do you stand?
I need them gone, Drift. They have to go.
No, but where do you stand on if they buy the players that we want?
Let me jump on this because I was supposed to speak on this. Let me say something. This is where I stand. I don't care, Drift. I'm gonna say it one more time. I don't care about Mbappe and Haaland. That's not gonna make me forget about what they've done. Do you want to know why? Yes, it will soften the blow, but what will happen is you're never gonna forget. They're repeated offenders. They're gonna keep doing it. Remember, they only apologized because they got caught. If not, they would have carried on and took it into the Super League. Yeah. Okay. So they bought all these players. Yeah. Are we suddenly just gonna sit back and just go, well, they bought all these players now? They're not we're all good now because this is what we wanted in the beginning. Bro, we didn't have to go and make all these mistakes for you to get there. And not only that, we've always kind of given FSG sometimes a bit of slack, so to speak. Some of the things that they have done, like Carl's pointed out, some people have forgiven them. But how many more times are they going to have to keep doing certain things before man just have to just be like, do you know what, you man can go because your interests are not the same interests as ours. They are businessmen and they have a business model to make as much money as they can. They did not care about Liverpool when they were thinking about this decision. They didn't. When you've got the manager saying they didn't consult me, I didn't even know much about it. You let the manager go on TV. Furthermore, you let the manager have to prepare for his game. Knowing all this is going on, you didn't say nothing until everyone else started pulling out, and then you pull out last and give some stupid dumbass statement. And then what, you think transfers are going to make me forget about what you've done and how you embarrassed the captain? Let me finish. You embarrassed the captain. You embarrassed the players. You embarrassed Jurgen Klopp. You embarrassed the supporters. What, you think giving me Mbappe and Haaland is going to make me just think, well, you know what, yeah? Tuesday, we've got a couple of players, so yeah. I'm sorry, bruv. Nah, not for me. And again, I'm not saying you don't want them out. You're saying milk them till they're gone. My thing is this. I don't even think we can milk them, Jeff, because you want to know something? They're very much their own people. Yes, they've kind of, for once, yeah, kind of bowed down to the pressure. But this is pressure from around the world. Remember, Drift, this weren't just Liverpool fans. This was football fans in general. If dare I say, if this was just Liverpool fans, I'd even be scared that they still would have gone ahead. It's because they saw what everyone else was doing and thought, you know what? We can't be the only ones here. Then yeah, let's pull the plug. That's what they did, you know? No.
I think Liverpool could have put enough pressure on them without the rest of the world because no one cared about our ticket prices but us and they buckled. No one cared about the furlough but us and they buckled. So I still think the Liverpool fans could have made them buckle without everyone else.
The American owners, even if you look at what's been happening, they were saying the American owners are the ones. Liverpool and Man United were the two clubs that were still dilly-dallying up until the last minute.
No. I actually heard that Liverpool was the third team to pull out after City.
No. Liverpool and Man United were the two that were finding it hard because due to our American owners and I'm not
sticking up for them at all, but we was officially the third team to release a statement, so I don't know how that can be true then. Because we released our statement before Arsenal, Man United, and Tottenham. I'm not defending them. I'm just saying I don't know. I don't think that's true. If we released,
I don't think. Did we release it before Man United Arsenal? I don't think so.
No, yeah, it was only Chelsea and Man City that released their statement before.
No, we were last drift. We were after Man United. We were after Arsenal.
We may have been last drift. What I
was watching. I mean, it's neither here nor there. But what I was watching yesterday said that we were the third people to officially put a statement out. But whichever way, all I'm saying is, I'm not letting my club rot in mediocrity while all this bullshit goes on, because that's something that I don't know if we can come back from afterwards.
Agreed.
So I'm saying you milk it while it's happening to make sure that we still step, because like principles and morals, I get it. In real life, I have all of those. You lot know
that. We're rotting anyway, Drift.
But at the same time, guys, principles and morals, sometimes if you stick to them too much, you're cutting your nose off to spite your face. And if we and I get where Cal's coming from, let's go down to come back. But what if we don't come back? But what if we don't come back?
Sorry, Drift, on that then. So this, and again, this is where I've kind of drawn the line with the whole FSG thing, because this is where I look at it. Yeah, God forbid this happened, but if me and my missus went through a problem where we had to split, I can't sit there and say I'm just going to stay because I don't know what life's going to be like out there for me. Like, I have to go. I have to take that risk, or else all that's going to happen is I'm going to stay in a relationship. It's going to be toxic. So I'm going to lose if I stay. I'm not winning.
I hear that. But you're in control of your own life, bro. We don't know if the next owners are going to be worse. There's loads of things that we don't know. So I'm saying milk the ones we have.
We don't, but it's like a job. It's like a job. If you're in a bad job, you kind of have to move on, and you have to hope that the next one's good. And if it's not,
but when you're about to move on, you're not just going to walk out the door, right? You're going to be like, I want severance, I want redundancy pay. You're going to make sure you're not just going to let them make you go and that's it. You got nothing out of it. You gave all this time to that job, and you just walk out the door and you get nothing for it. Drift. I'm
gonna be real with you. Sometimes that is the way to do it, bro. Sometimes you have to do it that way.
If a company does me over that I've worked for like 10 years, I don't care if you lot agree or not, or whatever. This is just my opinion. I get when you're saying just cut ties and walk away. Me personally, for doing me dirty the way you're doing me, and I didn't do anything, and you're just getting rid of me and you're doing me over like that, I'm getting what I can out of that situation.
No, I hear you.
Getting what I can.
I hear what you're saying. I do hear what you're saying, but
in
sometimes
the perfect scenario, though, sometimes you just kind of gotta go, and you find that you might find peace. Because here's the thing: when you always walk into the unknown, you don't know what's going to happen in life. Sometimes you're forced to make certain decisions. And I kind of feel like in regards to this football situation, I think it's just best for them to go. I do feel like there's no coming back. What you're saying is milk them, and I understand that you can milk them until they do go, because it's like saying it's like they're going to find an owner tomorrow. We don't even know when another owner will come about. To be fair,
exactly.
FSG might keep pricing them out.
Go and ask Newcastle what it feels like to have an owner you want to get rid of, and he won't go, and you just sink into mediocrity.
I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to ask you this question, guys, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a unanimous answer on this. If we had let's say we had a manager who was losing games every week, would we want to pull the plug on that manager and get someone else new in?
Yeah, of course.
Depends who it was.
No, but you'd still want. No, but forget about who it. You'd still want that manager out, right?
It depends who it is. Honestly, it depends who it is. If Klopp had 2 bad seasons, I wouldn't be here going.
No, but I'm not saying Klopp. Because Klopp is, in my opinion, the top 2 managers in world football. FSG aren't top 2 owners.
But that's what I'm saying. It depends who it is.
All right. Mignolet, for example, then, or Karius. We had Mignolet and Karius in goal. Mm-hmm. We knew they weren't good enough to take us to the next level, so we wanted them to be replaced, right?
Yeah.
And we got Alisson. And everyone's gonna say, yeah, but Alisson's world class. But Kepa was sick before he went to Chelsea as well. So my thing is, yes, it's a risk. It is a risk. But for me, it's an even bigger risk staying with these current owners, because they've already showed their hand, and their hand ain't good. Trust me. I'd rather take a risk on someone I don't know and give that a chance than someone who I do know.
I agree with that.
Mistake after mistake.
No, I agree with that. The only reason I made that point is because if we get owners that are worse than these lot, but these lot don't fix the problems they've caught while they're here, we fall into mediocrity. That's the only reason I made that point. So if the next owners are bad, of course you have to take that chance. But I don't want these owners leaving and we're in a bad place. What I'm saying to you is, I want to milk these, man, so we're still in a good place when they duck out. Because if we drop down to 10th, become some mediocrity 10th mid-table team, then the new owners come in and they're not even any better. We fall into like nothing. What do we fall into?
No, I agree.
But what if we get new owners and they are better though, bro?
But
then obviously I'll be overjoyed. But I can't take the risk of that happening. You have to kind of plan for the worst. You can't. You can't be optimistic in blind faith. You got to plan for the worst. So you got to think worst case scenario.
But you're relying.
Yeah, go on, man.
But also, what it is as well, Jeff, you're also relying on FSG to even go and do that. Here's the thing, Jeff.
But Nat, you're missing my point, bro. Let's stop thinking about the way they've been moving before, and let's apply the pressure to make them have to make amends by doing what they've never done before.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. No. I'm agreeing. Okay, let's apply pressure and see what they can do. But again, just because we're applying pressure, we are also still having to think: are they still even going to do this? As much pressure as we're about to put on them. We're kind of hoping
but that's
that they're going to do that.
self-explanatory. Of course.
And that's what I'm saying. It's not even a guarantee. And that's not even a guarantee that they're even going to do that anyway. So that's what I'm saying. Do you know what? You can't guarantee nothing from these owners. When your owner is in another country, doesn't come to watch games, and my man's reading off the thing, and you can see the script going down the glasses. Yeah, it's Pete. Like it's and my man's saying your club. Every minute he's saying your club. He's not saying our club. He's basically segregating himself from the club.
I'll be honest. No. So hear me out with this, yeah.
But he's saying supporters. I know he's basically trying to say supporters. He's trying to say your club, you're the supporters.
Yeah.
But really and truly, what he should be saying is he should have worded it differently. He should have said, as the owner of Liverpool Football Club, I need to somehow bring back the faith. So you say it in a way that we don't even question the way how you said it.
I actually think he strategically used the words "your" in to say, I'm just a guest here. This is your club. I still don't agree with it, but I just think they're trying to be politically smart and trying to pull the wool over.
Yeah. A little bit like if you sat your kid down and you kept saying, "I'm really sorry for what I did to your mum. I didn't mean to upset your mum." It'll be like, so why don't you say my wife, Dad? Why are you saying your mum? It's like, because you're the one I'm apologizing to, so I'm making this about you. I agree with Cal on that. I think that might be us looking into it too much because we're so vexed with man.
Yeah.
I agree with Cal on that one, yeah.
So here's my thing with it. I don't know where we go from here in the sense of I don't see them changing, and I think this situation here will be used as another excuse for them not to spend too much money as well. But also, I get, like, for example, Amged, and I'm not even saying Amged just to shout at Amged like in that way, but Amged has been quite vocal saying it's not that easy to get new owners, and I get that. But please, let's not sit here and fall into the trap of no one will buy us. We are Liverpool Football Club. Someone will want to buy us, and there are people out there with the money to be able to afford to buy us. So let's not think we're here like we. No,
it's going to be difficult though, bro.
I'm not saying it won't be difficult, Drift, but
it's like saying
what I don't want people to think
we've got into in our heads like, they're never going to go, like, who's going to buy us? Don't worry about that. It kind of takes care of itself.
It's like you see you go for a bad breakup and like you look at yourself in the mirror and you're low on self-esteem after you go through a bad breakup, right? Sometimes it just needs someone to be like, well, nah, like you still look good, you're in shape, like you look fly, man, you're good,
right.
You've got a great personality.
I hear that.
That's what I'm trying to say, right?
But you're in control of that, though. We're not in control of, like, basically what I'm saying is finding a buyer is way more difficult than the going, get them out, we need new owners, and I'm sure someone will want to buy us. You see, in theory, do you know how difficult it is to get someone to spend £2 billion? Like, honestly, it is not just a case of, we need new owners, someone will buy us. Now, now the Premier League, after what happened now, are going to make proper rule changes on ownership to make sure this doesn't happen again. So do you know what? Whoever comes in now to buy is going to need to go through even more rigorous steps to buy the club. Are people going to want to go through all of that now? It was a bit easier to buy a club now. Now you're going to have your arsehole cleaned out before you're good enough to come in. Are people going to want to go through that as well? There are loads of things that I think people aren't realizing that new ownership is going to be mad.
We're not saying that.
People realize it, Drift, but what they're trying to say is let's not just sit here and settle and say it's going to be difficult to get new owners. So let's just keep what we've got.
Yeah, no, I agree to not settle. I'm just saying milk these man while they're here because we deserve the apology and we deserve the present for the apology. And then when you're gone, at least we're left in a good place. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't want to be left without nothing. And then we're just like, raw, what's going on? I want to be left where it's like, do you know what? We're glad you left. You fucked up. But for our own sake, at least we're okay when you left. I don't want you to leave up because, guys, we got other owners who left us once before, very recently. And do you remember what it was like when they left? We were
of course.
I ain't going through that again. I'm sorry, I'm not going through that. I hear you.
But one thing I will say, because of this whole shenanigans,
as a club,
do you want to know something, though? because of these shenanigans, there's going to be buyers out there that are now going to be thinking, right, do you know what? Now might be the time to swoop in, you know? These men are damaged. They might want to get out now. So in a weird way, this might be the best thing that ever happened to us. Because I'll tell you something from now. There's the sharks out there. They're going to be like, you see how they weren't willing to budge? Now they might want out. Now they need to get out. Now might be our time to move in. That's what I'm hoping.
No, you're right, bruv. You're 100% right. You're 100% right.
I'm hoping, bruv.
I really do hope that there are owners out there who right now thinking, yeah, can't be capitalizing this. You're right, I do.
Yeah, bruv. I really hope so. I really do.
You do know as well, guys, yeah, say before you just do the super chats, Cal, you do realise the Premier League and UEFA apparently have now given a bag of money to them all, and it's kind of what helped them stay, right?
I've heard.
So you see what? If that's the truth, that money needs to go straight in the transfer kitty. Any fucking how you pocket that shit. Anyhow you pocket that.
Well, I'm gonna
straight in the transfer kitty.
I'm gonna ask you a question, Andrew. How much money did UEFA and Premier League give these top 6 teams?
I don't know, but the rumors are it was a lot.
Yeah, exactly. But we don't know the figure, do we? And we'll never know.
Probably a couple hundred mil, Cal.
Yes, exactly. But we're never going to know the figure, are we? So we can't even hold them accountable for that either. This is the thing.
It will come out eventually. It will come out eventually.
Do you know why they had to get money though? Because I'm hearing, you know, when they signed apparently that reported 23-year agreement or whatever. Apparently they were all liable to pay some stupid fee. That's why they wanted to get their legal teams involved in it. Because apparently there's some negotiations that are still happening even now. Like when it comes to finance. Perez and the guy from Juventus, they done everyone dirty, you know.
It serves all them right for actually buying into it. Perez has only ever been about. He's only ever been about Real Madrid. This is
another thing. Perez was the chairman, yeah. His club is in a whole heap of debt, you know.
Exactly. And he's the one that's why he did it.
Yeah, this one. He was like, you know what? Yeah, come and do this pyramid team. Well, you man put your money in, yeah, and I'll put my money in, and we can do this team together. While my man's at the top. Oh, bro, listen, Perez, you know.
And he would have got away with it if he didn't come out and do the.
Someone saying he's suing. Perez on a mad tip. He's on a mad thing, you know.
A-Spec Limited, serious backing and 51% fan representation on decisions is how they begin to repay us. It doesn't mean we trust them. It's just a minimum requirement. Also, isn't a minimum requirement buying players as well? So we shouldn't even be putting an emphasis on it. But the reason why we are drift is because it's something we're not used to.
Yeah,
and that's part of the problem.
Not only that, them buying the squad also keeps our manager in at Liverpool, which is top priority now that he don't duck out after all this foolishness. Do you get what I'm saying? There are loads of underlying facts of why they need to spend the money before they duck out.
Yeah.
Hakeem
Hall, oh my days, Drifty speaking nothing but facts. Edward says, since the intro of the German 50+1 model, Bayern have won 17 out of 23 league titles. Just saying, personally, I'm against the model for numerous reasons. That's interesting. Would love to hear you elaborate more on that, Edward, even if it's not in a super chat, because a lot of people are on board with that idea. Thank you to Samuel for your super chat as well. Here's a good one. So Adhi Tire, I hope I didn't butcher that name. FSG furlough staff, charge £77 for tickets, trying to trademark Liverpool. They keep making mistakes, at least one a year. It's a disgrace.
No, I hear that.
Eric 22B says, least they can do is fix the team after the last 2 seasons of not spending. Klopp deserves it, but I hope they don't expect a thanks from us for it. They will expect a thanks. I'm hearing rumors about Sancho and all that now. I'll be honest, guys, we're going to get hit with a lot of rumors.
A bag of rumors. Back of them. We're buying this player, we're buying that player.
AM says, Cal, you good, bro? I saw the DM from that coward. Yeah, I'm good. Not going to speak about it on this stream, though. I want to give more energy. Just want to see if Twitter and YouTube do anything about it now. M to the O, watch these man spend £1 billion on players this summer. This is like your parents buying your sibling a PS5 and giving you a Sega OG one. Unforgivable. What are you saying? I have to go to one of them like pawn shops to find it. Sean Swain, it's like betting against your team. Just joking. That was a little dig at you there, Drew.
I know.
To hear Kopish,
do you have insurance on your car? Do you have house insurance?
It's completely different. Completely
No, it's exactly the same.
Yes, it's
exactly the same.
Do you have insurance in your car?
To hear Kopish says that's like your girlfriend or your wife cheats on you so many times, but you forgive her and forget, move on as you love her. That's a very different topic, I'd say. But each their own.
It's all about your own personal tolerance. If a man's had a wife who's cheated on him 5 times, but he stayed with her because he loves her, I don't even judge man for it. If that's how you want to live your life, that's how you want to live your life. Like, honestly, I won't even judge man.
No, I'm not going to judge. I'm just saying.
No, you can't judge, but
that's not the life for me.
That's not the life that I would want to live personally.
Yeah.
That's just me, though. Each is individual, innit? But that's not the life that I would want to live.
The Schalke situation is the reason to be wary of 50+1 rule. Very true as well. This is a great point as well for him. Sheikh Mansour not only saved the club, but he helped the city of Manchester as well. Any new Arab owner has a blueprint of Mansour to follow. That's another thing FSG have got away with. They have disrupted a lot in the community in Liverpool. A lot. And again, I think we'll keep that for a separate video, but they've disrupted a lot. And they've been doing some
whole thing.
Look at the women's football team. Look how they've done that. What they've done to the women's football team. It's disgusting, man. Mr. Tibbs09 says, Kylian Mbappe is not coming to Liverpool to play Europa League. If we're lucky, top 4 is a stretch at the moment. That's very true.
He will have clutched the manager and they give him 350.
Listen, we was only getting Mbappe if we actually went into the Super League. I ain't even joking. That's the only way we would have got Mbappe, because we would have had the money then, innit?
Yeah, but so was Real Madrid.
True. Oh yeah, I forgot, because we would have agreed, and Perez would have been like, you forgot who's chairman now. Hey, man, moving in like Vince McMahon, you know.
Sean Swain says, Matt, the more assets in the club, the more money in. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's
Delvin
true.
Jones.
Someone just made a great joke in the comments. I'm not gonna...
bring it up on the screen if you can, then, Drifter.
Bring
it up. Basically, long story short, man's basically say, yeah, you see that wife that cheated on me 5 times? I'm using this as an excuse to have that threesome I always wanted. That's what I'm saying, bro. Certain times you gotta mold it to your advantage.
As I said, it depends on the life you want to live in it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Delwyn Jones says, afternoon, lads. There will be an FSG out protest on Saturday, 11 a.m. outside Anfield. Spread the message, FSG out. Good on them. Good on them. I hope that there's a proper protest for that. A-Spec Limited, serious backing and the 51% representation on decisions is how they begin to repay us for it. It doesn't mean we trust them. It's just a minimum requirement. Geordie T says, I honestly think FSG could be good owners with the 50+1. They won't have the ability to make these decisions. We can't forget how much they've helped us. I kind of disagree with Geordie T there. I think they've run their course as owners. I really do. And I felt like this for a little while. Yes, they have done some good things since they've been here, but I just feel like the bad has outweighed the good, if I'm going to be honest, in my opinion. Michael Ramsey, would you forgive the devil in the words of a great man? In the words of a great man, it's time to go. Shout out to Claude, RIP to Claude. To hear Kopish, that's like your child being naughty and you slap them, but you feel sorry for them and give them a lolly. Yeah, true.
That's a good point, yeah.
Sometimes that parenting can work because you told the kid why you did what you did, and now they realise
we weren't raised like that, and you ain't gonna raise your kid like that. Don't lie, bro.
Trust me.
I never said I was, but I'm saying I've been told that that's good parenting.
Yeah, you've been told. You've been told, but do you believe it? You don't. You know what I'm saying? I've been told.
Yeah, you don't believe.
You know that was it.
To hear Kopish, we did have Arab billionaires who were fans of Liverpool who wanted to buy, but FSG said no. Very true. Shaka A said Cow's hairline moving like mine in 2019. If you say so. Shout out to
you know
Patrick
what? I'm going to
Boyce.
start making a couple phone calls actually and see what I go on for this ownership. I'm going to start getting stuff in motion. Matt knows what I'm talking about. In fact, you both know what I'm
talking about. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. There are people out there.
We know.
Thank me later.
Shout out to Patrick Boyce.
I forgot about that.
Massive shout out to Patrick Boyce for your super chat. Guys, it's just a business. They aren't going to gift you like a side chick. Facts.
That's what I'm worried about, and that's what I'm saying.
Edward, the German model of ownership has failed to prevent hegemonies. I don't even know how to pronounce that word. I'm not going to front.
I'm laughing. Words, but I haven't got a clue.
What?
And one team in particular is monopolizing success. We're chasing ideals that don't even exist. Yeah, I mean, the German hairline. So I've just seen the word hairline. The German, the German model isn't perfect by any means.
I beg man, stop saying hairline so much on streams. I'm on.
Yeah.
And these men obsessed with hairlines, you know.
Yeah.
I swear down.
Owen Roberts says, should we focus our energy on changing the laws of ownership and just ignore them until then? They'll leave quick once we own 50+1, right? Maybe. Fair enough, Cal. I respect your opinion too. Again, Geordie T, and you see that, people? That's as simple as it is. Me and Geordie don't have the same opinion, but there's no abuse going either way.
That's what
we just say we don't agree and we keep it moving.
And keep it moving.
That's what we do here.
Some people take it so far. You're like, because you don't agree with what I'm saying.
You've got the German hairline thing popping in the chat.
I know. I might.
That German hairline.
That could be a merch thing.
Man never said big up the German hairline. You know what it's got me thinking of? You know that advert for the caffeine German shampoo?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what you saying? Sponsorship doing that, yeah?
Alright, what was I saying? I mean, I'm the worst person for a shampoo sponsor, but let's do it, innit? If there's conditioner in it, moisture my scalp in it.
Saint LFC, man, how we doing? Big up to Saint LFC. If you don't follow Saint LFC, go and support Saint LFC. Great Liverpool channel. Owen Roberts, should we focus our energy on changing the laws of ownership? Oh, sorry, I've read that one. Ernie T says, if your child drowned, would you stop drinking water? I'm going to see where the rest of the super chat goes. Let's get the best for LFC now. FSG are going nowhere. We care about our W and never walk alone. A very strong analogy you use, Ernie T. But I get,
but you know
where
what?
you're coming from.
Used a very, very ear and attention grabbing start to get to the point where kind of you get where he's coming from, right?
Yeah, Gegenpress hairline.
Bro,
that's a good one still.
No, to be fair, Gegenpress hairline will be the one because it will be far forward, right?
Yeah, it'll be on your eyebrows.
Right now, mine's sitting deep, worse than Jose.
Why John said, I hope somewhere.
Yours is parking the bus, you know.
Bro, it's worse than that, bro. Parking a bloody jumbo jet, mate.
Why John says, I hope somewhere Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid is seeing our situation and rubbing his hands. New takeover is needed. Time for him to come for us again. M to the O said, guys, you've missed something huge. If they spend hella money now on transfers, they're still done out because it proves they could have done that the whole time and chose not to. So give me whoever. FSG out. Great point.
That is a very good point.
But you know what? Even though that's a great super chat, we knew they could always do it though. That was what made us so angry.
That would make it more frustrating though as well, Drew.
Yeah, more frustrating that you waited for something like this.
We've got to only come forward. We've got to get while we can. But that was a great point. But we've got to get what we can, man.
1975 Jamrock. I was FSG out until they tried to get into the Super League. There is no parity, none in professional sports without cost certainty, aka the salary cap. I am not Pollyanna to think I can compete with City. That's fair as well, 1975. And again, 1975 Jamrock's another person who we don't agree with, like the opinion on the whole Super League thing, but you see how it runs here. Like we have a back and forth, and then it stays there. Like that's why we love this. That's why we love this community.
Sorry. Matt's hairline he's on one again still.
Bro, Matt, it's been 13 years. Let me out, man.
Hey, you want to know what though? Yeah, for everyone who's talking about that, yeah, shout out to Matt, because when we did our halftime reaction show on Insta, Matt came in without his hat. Like he did. He was like, "It is what." I mean, I know it's because he had a fresh trim. Man thinks he slipped.
No. I didn't care. No,
he came in.
It was a bit of both. It was because I had a trim at the same time. I didn't care because I was like, it's the Leeds game. Man, don't really. You know when I was just pissed off in it about everything that happened prior to that. So I was just like, man, just going on camera. I don't care. Like, I don't know, man. And also, Mr. Piss in the Wind. I'm starting to notice whether that's the same person as Matt's hairline, because I've noticed when one goes missing, the other one comes in. So what is it? I think it might be a Bruce Wayne Batman thing, you know. It might be still. Let me see if I see. Do you know what? Comment at the same time. But do you know what? Don't die. See? That it is. He's got two. That person's got two accounts.
Burner accounts. Shout out to Chris Pratt from LFC Day Trippers. Go support LFC Day Trippers as well. Afternoon, lad. Will we get that Rick Rude dance today? Drew?
I'm not gonna lie, I've got to be in the mood to start shaking my head. And Chris is on me for that Rick Rude.
Donovan.
I tell you when you'll get full Rick Rude. When Harry Kane or Mbappe sides for the club, that's when you get the full Rick Rude.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'll even turn the phone portrait.
Shout out to Donovan. Random, but who is Leonie? So Leonie is the first host we had on this channel. She still would have been a host, but she got a great opportunity to work for a really, really big company in the world. But Leonie is still part of Team Kop-Ish. She is an original. So that's who Leonie is for anyone who doesn't know. And Leonie will be back on the channel at least once in the future, like even if we just bring her
definitely,
in for
100%.
Just anything, like Leonie's family, man. Jerry Dev says, I think we need to realize that the perfect owners don't exist. Although I feel they should go, who's coming in? Football mirrors society. Very true.
There's no perfect owner. That's true. But you can get owners that are better than others. I think that's what it is. I think, and also don't just think because there's other situations like Newcastle that we're necessarily going to be like, that's going to be ours, isn't it? Like, that's going to be our future. Like, sometimes you have to take that leap of faith, man. You just have to.
Very true. Tahir Qureshi, we did have, got that one already. 1 in a million says, forgiveness is not buying us players, it's selling to the best, richest owners possible. Owners who want to make Liverpool the best forever. I agree with that fully. Sly Ross 1, would you forgive FSG if Mbappe / Kane arrive? Yeah, we kind of answered that. We wouldn't forgive, but we'd probably soften the blow a little bit.
Yeah. All right, just quickly as well, Matt's hairline. I know you've got some good jokes, but just be careful what you say. Now that's not, and it's not even about me, bro. It's about other people that you might be offending, innit? Just be careful what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we're gonna ban you, but just be careful, bro. Just be careful. I don't mind the banter, but just remember what you're saying about other people, innit? Yeah,
and just on that as well, without changing topic.
You know what I mean?
Just going forward, if people are disrespectful, and this is not directed at Matt's hairline, like we love the banner here, but just going forward, like we are just going to start banning people. Like there's going to be no ifs, buts, or maybe about it. Like there are genuine abuse in the comments from now. We're not going to give it the energy. We are just going to start banning people. Like it's not what we want here. Like we've got a great Kopish community. We want to keep it that way. So we are just going to ban people. So that's
you know what I mean? There's banner, and then there's, you know what the line is, in it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not worth to work out that line. So just be wary. If not, you might get banned, in it. And we've given you a warning already. And I think some people get too comfortable. They ain't gonna run no more, son. They ain't gonna run no more.
Sly Ross 1, Drift's gunman upgraded from a Nerf gun to a war gun. Oh boy. But yeah, people, we're gonna wrap up there. Just wanted to come on, give our thoughts. Obviously, we're just gonna wait and see what happens now.
Hold on, is this person being for real? After we just done told them, should I bring it up?
No.
Don't bring it up. We just
you just get.
Oh yeah. No, I deal with that now. Yeah.
People, some don't learn, you know.
Yeah, would say for that person to do that themselves. But yeah, people, we're gonna head off now. So make sure you smash the like if you haven't already. We'd love to get your thoughts and opinions in the comments as well. M to the O, opinions outwears hairlines and beards. Cal, could have just left it a hairline, man. I took off the beard, you know. I'm rocking the goatee for now because that's all I can rock. But,
Bruv, I told you there's nothing wrong with a goatee, man.
Oh yes, there is, Drew.
For real,
No, man,
there
Ghost
isn't,
rocked the
though.
goatee for 4 seasons, bruv. There's nothing wrong
Yes,
with
because Ghost could grow a full beard if you wanted to. It's a choice. Mine's not a choice.
I was gonna say, Ghost came out of a
How are
full
you going to
beard.
compare me to Ghost, bruv? Like, what are you doing, Drew?
I'm trying to help, bruv.
That weren't helping, Drew. That was worse. You just put my beard in the Super League. That's what you just did, bro. You just put my beard in the Super League. Okay, now Chris is on me. Cal's the new Rafa. Remember when Rafa started rocking the goatee?
Oh, yeah.
I'm
I
rapping
know,
now.
but it suited him, though, isn't it?
I don't know. But look, people, massive thank you as always. Until next time, stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kop-Ish out. Take care, people.
Peace.